Okay. Well, we're live here. I'm going just a few minutes earlier. This is going to be more of an informal presentation than I usually do. Usually I have a whole bunch of slides and better lighting and dress different, but this is sort of an at-home weekend kind of event. And I thought I would just this is really for started off as something friends asked me questions about AI and marketing, and I was answering them and answering. I thought, let me just do a quick little video training and show everybody how this actually works, how they can make it work for their own business, maybe, and maybe do some examples. And I'll just show you some of the whiz bang stuff you can know right away just to get you started. I can't obviously show you everything in an hour or half an hour or 10 minutes or however long this goes for, but I can definitely do something for you. Okay. We'll do something like that. So let's go ahead and, oops, a little error message popping up here. What's going on there? No, we're going. Okay, we're still live. It's good. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to wait a moment or two for everybody to start. We're like about 3 minutes ahead of time. I have no idea if anybody's even going to show up or if you guys just all watch this on the replay. That's cool too. I got enough material to go through that it should be worth it for you. And then, yeah, so get yourself a drink, maybe a snack, cup of coffee, something like that. I certainly did. And we'll get going here in a moment or two. I'm excited. This is some good stuff. I mean, stuff I barely even believe exists. And I'm a sci-fi kind of guy. I grew up believing in the future and exciting new worlds and all that stuff. And to have something like this occurring now is pretty amazing. It's something that I just didn't expect to see in my lifetime occur. And I'm seeing the beginning of it. I can only imagine what's going to happen over the next few years with this AI stuff. I mean, it's tremendous. So, oh, there's a comment came in. I'm going to see if this is the first time using the comment section. Let me see if this works here. I am on the Facebook Live, though. Okay, I'm not sure who said that, but great. Someone just put a post on there. Thank you. It means the system's working. I'm going to get started here in just a minute. Okay, a few more folks wandering in. Hey, everybody, welcome. I cannot necessarily see you on there. I'm not even sure if this the comments posting thing works. I will be in the group, though. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and make a post in the group called You Can Comment Here and Ask Questions in the comments. Oh, boy. I got to learn how to spell. For the training here, okay? We're going in just a moment, folks. I'm just making a post in the Masters of Marketing group. Big red one. There we go. So there's a post in there now. We'll be in like 15 seconds as soon as Facebook gets to uploading it. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So someone's telling me you have to grant some permissions first. Yeah, it says something about that in the post. I'll make puts it in there. I'm not sure it's the perfect software to use, but I've been using it for about a week and a half, and does a lot of stuff right. But again, I usually do webinars. We use a totally different piece of software, and if I get enough people asking, I will do a training on how to do webinars. I do them all the time. I do them every week. They are a fantastic way to generate business. At least if you sell business to business, or if your folks are kind of accessible, it's a hot topic. You can definitely make it a webinar. I know chiropractors who do live events and webinars and make money with it, so it works. All right, but hey, it's 2:00, and I always like respecting people's time. If you show up on time, I'm going to start on time. So, all right, so John Nesbitt, there's my name down there. Whoops, there, it's backwards on the screen. This is a lot less formal than most of my webinars. I usually have a whole slide deck and a whole thought process, and there's like a little sales process and the whole thing. This is not that. This is me at home answering the questions that my friends have about AI. I've been delving into this thing for several months. It's about February is when it really blew my mind. And in the last few months, we built applications for AI. We've actually learned how to get scheduling to work for our clients, and it's just blowing up the stats for them, just doing great. I've learned how to clean my database using AI. I've learned how to process with AI. I even have I write ad copy, flyers, letters, emails. I actually realized I've even got to the point that I have a bad habit that whenever I start working on something and it gets kind of hard, I just reach over and grab the AI to help me do the work, right? Like, I got to write a new ad for something or other. Well, you know what? let me just take a few other ads, give it to the beast. I call it AI the beast. Give it to the beast and let it just do its thing. Give me some ideas, and it gives me at least a starting point, because one of the hardest places to start on any kind of project is with a blank page, and AI definitely gets you out of there. But let me kind of back away from all this, and this is very much so. I want this not to be a total monologue soliloquy here. I've got one of the screens open. You can comment on the post here. If you comment on this live stream, it should show up here where I can see it. It doesn't necessarily tell me who you are, but it does tell me the data in your comments, so I can answer questions or go back to something, or if I cover something too quick or whatever, or I leave in the dust, let me know. This is not, I'm here for you. Okay. This is not for me to pontificate. It's for me to get you a new tool that will absolutely blow your mind. And I'm telling you, if you're not using AI for business right now, you have to. It's not maybe, oh, it's a good idea, maybe you should. No, you are going to have to, just to stay competitive against the people who do. Okay. And don't worry, I'm not one of the doomers who says that AI is coming to destroy the world. It's going to take over your toaster and nuke Russia or something. No, that's not going to happen. I'm also not one of the doomers who says that AI is going to take all your jobs. Although I'm going to tell you, it is going to radically change your job. I think the best way I've heard it said was, someone says AI is not going to take your job. Someone using AI will take your job. You get the idea? Like, you just learn how to use it and you make yourself much more safe. Because I also happen to believe that AI is going to be an economic solution. If it doesn't get too perverted and too destroyed, it actually will bring in a whole age of higher productivity per person, to where the economics of society may change significantly for the better, and set us all a lot free of having to work so hard for a living. Maybe you only have to work a few hours a week with AI tools to get the same products you get now. Very exciting. Anyway, that's me being philosophical. I'm really here to teach you some of the basics. So let me share my screen here. We go over to a shared screen. You can see I got the Facebook page here. All right. So first, we all believe in clearing words. You got to know what the words are you're talking about. Otherwise, we're going to get confused. So you've heard this thing called ChatGPT. All right. This is essentially the most popular AI tool out there. There are hundreds of these, but ChatGPT is the big daddy, right? They're the monster, right? They're backed by Google. Microsoft just invested this year $10 billion into them. So they're kind of a big deal. Elon Musk actually helped start this company, ChatGPT, and then he quit for reasons he thought it was going to be too dangerous. He's a bit on the doom side, thinking it's going to nuke Russia or something. The AI is going to take over a little bit or destroy the world, but I don't know, whatever. Okay, so let's get what ChatGPT is and what it stands for. I'm going to, it's already, make it a slideshow version so I can actually present this properly to you. Okay, so ChatGPT. Okay, so ChatGPT. Chat means what chat means, like to talk back and forth, blah, 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 back on that, right? You and I are chatting if we're talking at a restaurant or something, we're just chatting, right? Talking back and forth. I give you an idea and stuff, you give me an idea back and stuff. That's just good communication, okay? So ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Yeah, of course, you could have guessed that, right? Okay, so here's the danger of me teaching you what these words mean. As soon as you go anywhere more than half an inch deep on any of these words, you get into a world of technology that you would even want. I mean, believe me, it makes a PhD person scratch their head like, what? So I'm going to give you some simple definitions for this, okay? Generative means to make something new from another source. So if I'm going to go and get a bunch of ingredients, I'm going to generate a cake out of those ingredients, right? I'm generative. It's to generate, right? Generative means the action of generating, right? So that's all, just creating and building something new. Kind of the connotation is out of other things, out of other part. It's generating something, right? It's combining and putting them together, okay? So that's generative. Pre-trained means it was pre-trained, before trained. It was basically given a bunch of data, which means, you know how you're going to generate stuff from another source? Well, this just means it was pre-trained. It was given a whole source of data and information. In the case of ChatGPT, it was given the entire internet at one point, about 2 years ago, everything on the internet that it could find. It's been updated, so now it has everything on the internet since I think about April of this year. Now, when you think about everything on the internet, that's billions and billions of pages. I mean, oh man, right? There's some serious stuff there. Okay, anyway, so it's been pre-trained. It has all of that stuff in its kind of memory banks, as it were, as information. Okay. That's, by the way, not the only place that these things can be trained on. It just happens to be the one that ChatGPT is trained on. Okay. And the last word is the trickiest one. It's a transformer, not a robot in disguise. Right? No. Transform means it converts big pieces of data into small pieces. So that can be compared to other data. So all it does is the transformer transforms what you give it or what it has into little pieces that has a value, and then it can actually take that data and compare it to other data, and that's how it generates its answers. That's all this means. So now you know what Chat GPT means. You can impress all your friends at parties and be the big know-it-all, because they say, oh, yes, Chat GPT, yes, it means generative pre-trained transformer, of course. Move along, because don't get too deep in that conversation. If somebody else knows, both know to shut up right there, because when you start talking about anything below this level of definition, it gets to be a word salad, and you will just regret it, okay? So, all right, so cleared that up. That's what Chat GPT means. Now, they've taken this AI. The AI is the whole generative pre-trained transformer group, and they made it where it will chat with you. The chat is the interface, and we're going to be doing a whole bunch with that here in just a minute, all right? So I don't know how many of you guys have done this, and comment if you've been in there, if you've used this thing or not. I'm going to assume you haven't. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, actually I made some notes that I'll tell you at the end why I'm doing all this, especially. But okay. So this is OpenAI.com. I'm going to show you how to get ChatGPT. Okay, here's how you get it. There's a phone on your app. There's an app on your phone. But this is where you sign up for it. You just go to OpenAI.com and you go to try, and we go through the process. It costs $20 a month. You are going to be amazed at how much power you get for $20 a month. I'm telling you, folks, this thing should be $1,000 a month. If it was $1,000 a month, I'd be paying it, quite honestly. But AI, one of the beautiful things about AI is it's very powerful and very cheap. That's why you can use it everywhere. So there are some limitations on how much you can use it per hour, blah, 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 but we're not going to get into all that. It's not going to be a problem you're going to run into, okay? But anyways, this is where you get to it. So sign up for that. Once you sign up for that, you end up with a page that looks like this. Oops, not like that. Let me get you let's open a new screen here. There we go. Oops. There we go. You end up with a screen that looks like this. This is the brand new chat screen. That's the logo here. The generic question I always ask you. It actually gives you some examples of things you could ask and do right now. And down here is the message thing, just like you're chatting with a person or sending a text message. Here it is. You put that in here, right? You may not have these little buttons here. This is my Grammarly and other little plugins there. And right here is a little paperclip where you can actually upload files. But don't do that just yet. We'll get to that part in just a minute. All right. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Someone's used it many times, but can I figure out how to use it in construction? Well. Yeah, it's not going to bang two boards together for you yet, but I can tell you, you've got in any construction business, you've got 21 different departments of a business. Writing, administrative, marketing, all that. It takes the load off there. I was just talking to somebody who has a blinds installation business, and it's not going to install any blinds yet, but it will definitely make everything about scheduling, ordering, knowing which ones will work, writing letters, writing emails, all that stuff, all the work that's not actually banging two boards together, screwing things into other things. It'll make that easier. Okay, so let me just give you, so give you a couple examples of what this works. This is the interface you play with. Sometimes there's this little sidebar over here. I've got the sidebar closed just because it could be confusing, a bunch of other garbage there, but you might open up and have a little sidebar there. Don't be alarmed. Okay, up here at the top left, there's this little button that starts a new chat, although it automatically starts a new chat when you open this thing up. And there's this thing which says Chat GPT 4. If you click that, there's also Chat GPT 3.5. Now, as an American, we always use the most updated version, right? The only difference between 4 and 5 is 4 is a little bit smarter, and 4 will make pictures and things for you. 4 will search the internet for you and make pictures. And you have a limit of 40 chats for every 3 hours. Chat GPT 3.5 is great for writing letters and stuff, and you have a limited use of that, right? But for now, all you really have to worry about is just stay in Chat GPT 4 up here. And here we go. So the first thing we do is, okay, Chat Beastie, tell me a joke, all right? I'm just asking to tell me a joke. And in a few seconds here, sure, here's a lighthearted one for you. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. Okay. That's great. Tell me a pirate-themed joke. And by the way, you see I type with like a lot of typos. It don't care. It figures it out. Ahoy, here's a pirate-themed joke for you. Why did the pirate refuse to play cards? Because he was standing on the deck. Yar. And you see it actually added a little pirate flag emoji and a little laughing face emoji because it knows it's supposed to be funny, whether it's funny or not. Okay? So that's cool. That's just like that's a parlor trick, right? That's a little stunt. All right, so let's do something a little bigger. Let's say write me a. Let's say hold on, see here. Write a short 1-paragraph story about a kitten and a duck that illustrates the power of friendship. Okay, so I'm just, oh, by the way, this little thing you type in here, it's called the prompt. People talk about writing prompts. When you're basically telling it what you want, you're prompting it with this information here, and then it will give you back what you ask for. So write a short 1-paragraph story. Yeah, I misspelled paragraph. It doesn't care. About a kitten. Oops, you get spelled right, so I doesn't think it's a kite. Kitten and a duck that illustrates the power of friendship. All right, so here we go. ChatGPT says, okay, and thanks for just a second. Maybe my internet might be slower. Maybe I'm streaming kind of a lot here because usually a little faster than this. Once in a lush green meadow, there lived a timid kitten named Whiskers and a cheerful duck named Daffy. Whiskers, being afraid of water, often watched enviously as Daffy splashed joyously on the pond. One sunny day, a sudden downpour turned the meadow into a maze of puzzles, leaving Whiskers stranded on a small island of grass. Seeing her friend in distress, Daffy paddled over and offered her back as a bridge. With a leap of faith, Whisker braved her fear and scampered across Daffy to safety. From that day on, Whiskers learned that true friendship can overcome any obstacle, and Daffy discovered the joy of helping a friend in need. Together, they showed the meadow that friendship is a bridge that connects even the most unlikely of hearts. Okay, folks, so this was not copied from a web page somewhere. This was generated by a computer just now based on what we prompted it to, right? I could have said the dog. I could say, I could give it instructions like, okay, now take the story and put an evil character into it, right? Make it dark, make it fraud, make it funnier, make it whatever. You can give it this kind of thing. Now, say I'm a kid's book writer. I'm like, I want to write this as a kid's story. Okay, good. All right, good. So this is the overall story of the book. All right, good. So now I'd say like, okay, now I want to turn this into a children's book. Please break the story down into, what do you think about 24 pages? And expand it if needed. Indicate what would be on each page of the book. The book is for children age 4 to 5. Okay. I do need to make it at least English. My typing is like, I'll tell you, I'm not showing you off this right now in this presentation, but I have a thing I use called Voice In where I voice dictate almost everything these days. It's just, I'm not sure it's going to work with the system. Want to turn this into a children's book. Okay, good. So I just told her what I want to do. I want to turn this into a children's book. And I wanted to break the story down to 24 pages and expand it if needed. And then I told the book is for ages 4 to 5. And it says, what a delightful idea for a children's book. I'll break the story into 24 pages, expanding where necessary to suit the book for ages 4 to 5. Each page will include a brief description of the text and a corresponding illustration. See, it knows it's a kid's book, so it's going to have to be an illustration on every page. And then page 1, page 2. Look, page 6 is, but Whiskers was afraid and always kept her paws dry, right? Oh, yeah, so that's the Whiskers is afraid part, right? Okay, and here we go. It's going to keep writing all the way down to page. I should have told it 16 pages or 10 pages because we're going to have to sit here and watch it take seconds and seconds to write a whole book, right? I mean, to outline a whole book. All right, now I'm going to do this. Down here is a little button you know about. You push this and it stops it. Like, okay, that's enough. Okay, so now I want to make this book. Okay, I've got the outline for the book. Let me go ahead and say, what was it? Yeah, number 6, page 6. But Whiskers was afraid of water and always kept her paws dry. All right, now I'm going to say, all right, let's make that page. Give me an illustration for page 6. So now I'm going to ask it to make an image that will go onto page 6. Oh, it's fine. Like I say, I give it typos all the time. It doesn't matter. So I'm more embarrassed in front of you guys typing so badly. So, okay. So down here, now it's going into image mode. It makes this little graphic. It's actually making an image right now. This one takes Oh, this could take 15 or 20 seconds, sometimes 30 seconds. So take a sip of coffee. Let's watch it do its thing. All right. So there. That's the illustration for page 6. What? I know. What? That's perfect. It doesn't want to get its paws wet, right? Now, you would probably tell this thing, make this what, put the kitten surrounded by water on a small patch of grass, as the thing says there, right? It's a little out of context. You can see it's a little, but what an adorable little kitten. What an adorable little character. It just made this damn thing. This is not an image you're going to find somewhere else on the internet. This is unique. This is new. It says, this is like, there's no, oh yeah, don't worry about this. There's no copyright on anything this thing makes. By the way, you cannot copyright anything this makes. It's uncopyrightable at this point, the way the law is written. That will probably change because when you do this, you're basically being a writer and you're being an illustrator. You're just using a different tool, right? However, yeah. So what do you think of that? Anyway, all right. I'm going to hop over to the group and just make sure I haven't missed any questions. Okay. No one's asking me questions. Fine. Let's be that way. All right. So now I get this kid's book, and I could go through and make the pictures look nice. Now I get the whole thing, whatever. It's all good. And I can say, okay, give me a title for this book. Actually, I don't want to give me one title because it might give me a crappy title. Give me 10 possible titles for this book that would appeal to children and their parents. Because remember, the children want the book and the parents pay for it, right? So let's push that button. And here comes 10 things as quick as you please. Whiskers and Daffy, an unlikely friendship. The Kitten and the Duck, a meadow tale. Adventure in the Meadow, Whiskers and Daffy's journey. Okay, that's not so good. It's not really a journey. Puddles and Paws, Whiskers and Daffy's friendship. Now, you see, some of these I think are better. Some are worse. And this is where AI is a tool and not a replacement, because it needs me to ask the questions and then decide what the right answers are. And I could take one of these and say, okay, or make it more dangerous sounding, or make it more interesting, or make it part of a different group, or I can do all kinds of stuff like that, right? So just gives you an idea. Now I'm having this one conversation, so everything here is in context. It knows what I'm talking about. I would say, how much should we charge for the book? Okay, and that's a business question, right? Let's see what answer. I don't know what's the answer, by the way. I've never done this before. I just thought I'd do other stuff for my business. I didn't want to be boring, so I thought. All right, cost of okay. Here, setting the right price for children's books involves considering several factors, and it goes through the business steps you would do to figure out how much to charge for the book: cost of production, market comparison, target audience, distribution channels, and author reputation and demand. Considering these factors, price point between $14.99 and $19.99 would be appropriate. That's its best guess, right? What? All right, it just did a business thing. Okay, give me a marketing plan for this book that I can do for under $500. Okay, I just used my voice dictation right there. That's not part of the ChatGPT. That's a different AI that I use to do voice dictation. It's a Chrome plugin called VoiceIn, and it costs me $4 a month. But I never have to type a damn thing, and there's no typos in it. So I just asked it, give me a marketing plan for this book that I can do for under $500. All right, social media, $0, and tells me how to get on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Website blog promotion, $0. Email marketing, $1 to $100. Local community engagement, online book launch event. Wow. Okay, not bad. So it just basically gave me a marketing plan for how to promote this book. And if I wanted to know more on any part, I'd say like, okay, give me more steps and expand on number 3, the email marketing program, period. Give me an idea of how I would go about doing this in practical step-by-step steps in chronological order. There. So now it's essentially give me a little mini program that I can follow. Oops, once I hit submit on there. Oops. I think somewhere my streaming of things is slowing this down, my connection here down. I'm going to hit refresh on this, folks. All right, you get the idea. I could go on all day, but you get the idea. Make spreadsheets and graphs. Okay, there are versions. I haven't played with the spreadsheet ones, except that I can upload a spreadsheet into this and ask it to tell me what these people have in common. I can do stuff like that. I use spreadsheets. I upload spreadsheets into it and say, here's a list of my clients or whatever. Please go check their websites and get their addresses for me. I do that. That's something we just did for the last month. That's all with ChatGPT 4 here. So graphs, you could probably, through the spreadsheet, give it numbers and have it make graphs. You can actually have it. I mean, you can generate graphs if you want to. Say, build me, just show me a graph. It'll do that too. So I'm not sure why this is sticky. There we go. Okay, so I think I had something stuck there. It's now running our little social media campaign thing again. I'm gonna hit stop on that. Okay, so let's someone give me an idea of a business. Give me your business. Someone just put in the chat somewhere what your business is. We'll use it as an example of how I'd create an advertisement for it, a Facebook ad that'll work or something like that. Someone wants to be bold enough. If not, I'll pick one. I'll pick one person out off the stream now. Won't embarrass anybody that way, but there's no way. Let me refresh. I have to refresh and see if he's posted any comment on here. Let's see. Just a momento. Back to me while we get this done. I've got a blank screen over here, so that's kind of exciting. Watch. Okay. I don't see any comment there, so I'm not gonna. Oh, here it is. Okay, no, that's the one we got. Okay, well, they are showing up on this thing. Okay, so I don't have to worry about checking this thing anymore. All right, so imagine you've got an upset client. You've got an upset client, and you screwed up, right? Or at least it looks like your company screwed up, and you want to make it right. And you want to send them a nice letter, but you're wicked pissed at this guy. And you know if you write this letter, it's going to be terrible. Okay? Dear jerk, we did everything right, and you're still blaming us, you Karen. Okay, right? All right. Here's how I do it. I go over to chat again, and I'll bring it back up, and I'll have it write a letter. Now, just by the way, we've been talking to chat here about this kittens and whiskers thing, right? It will it'll put everything in context just a bit. If I write a letter to a client with this, it might actually reference the kitten thing. So I go and start a new chat over here. What you see is on the side here, it'll start a new chat up here. All the old chats are down here. Okay, so here's the new chat. Whoop, I'll make a new chat. Sorry, new chat. Okay, so what I can do, whenever you don't know what to do, you can kind of explain it to the beast, and it will kind of figure it out. So here, I'm going to use my voice dictation again. I run an internet marketing company, and we have a client who is very upset, claiming that we did not perform as promised, period. Our terms of service are clear that we don't promise any kinds of results, but still they are very upset, period. I'm not sure they had correct expectations or if they're just trying to make us wrong, period. They're not yet to the point of demanding a refund, and I'd like to offer them an opportunity to do the marketing for them again to avoid the refund, period. Please write a short, professional, upbeat letter to the person, communicating my offer in such a way as they're most likely to accept it, period. Okay, so I just kind of gave it the problem. And now I'm going to see. It may not give me the perfect letter back, but it's going to be a definitely good starting point. So it says, "Dear client, I hope this message finds you well. I've been reflecting on your concerns regarding your recent marketing campaign, and I want to express my sincere commitment to your satisfaction. At company name, we pride ourselves on service and the high standards we set for every campaign. While in terms of service, outlining the nature of marketing is an unpredictable field, I understand your expectations were not met, and that's something we take to heart. I value your business and believe the potential of your practice." Ooh, that's right. It knows I'm a practice. No, it's funny. I didn't tell it was a practice, right? But I've told it in other places who and what I am and what our business is, and it says practice instead of business. Interesting, huh? As a gesture of our commitment to your success, I'd like to offer a complimentary marketing campaign. This is an opportunity for us to recalibrate and work closely together. Isn't this just the most beautiful professional freaking letter ever, right? I might change a word or two in here, or maybe not, right? And I take this, put it on my letterhead, send it to the guy, we'd be good. Or make it an email or whatever. See, that's like someone asked about construction. It won't bang two boards together, but man, look how fast that was. I could have agonized over writing this damn thing for like an hour, right? It just pooped out a good one for me right there. Bam, done. Is right, whatever, right? Totally great. Another place. Let's see. I mean, okay, so policy. I don't know, you guys. Running policy is writing rules and policies and policy memos for my company. It's something I have to do all the time. All I have to do is tell it what. Okay, we had this problem. How about this? I'll say, we're going to write a policy for my company that tell my staff what to do and set rules for how we run the place, period. Recently, we had a problem where the toilet paper kept running out in the bathroom, and it was a difficult situation for both males and females, period. I want to write a short, succinct policy letter for my company that indicates that the vice president of administration will be in charge of making sure that there's adequate toilet paper stocks in the company, and that the janitorial staff will be informed to have at least 3 rolls available inside the restroom at any given time, period. It's okay to make it just a little bit funny because it's a kind of a awkward topic. Okay, so my voice dictation has added that in there. Now it's going to start writing a policy for me on that, right? The TP manifesto. Okay, see, it's making it kind of funny, right? Because I told it to be kind of funny. I could have told it to be serious or be very, legalistic, but look, the TP hotline, right? If the TP Sentinels might have missed a beat, don't panic, send the thing, right? I mean, it creates a little thing. So I don't know about you, that saves a lot of trouble. All I have to do is kind of adjust what it does and makes it better than that, right? Okay, so let me see. I also have in here, we write marketing. We can write marketing headlines all day if you want. Book covers, marketing plan for realtor, retention, whatever. Okay, research. Oh yeah, I did mention to somebody. I mentioned a thing about how to do like 100 hours of research. You ever had something you got to research, or you ever had a web? Okay, you want to learn about something and you find on YouTube a great video about something, and you're like, oh, I need that summarized, right? Or a website. Oh, what do they do? Just someone tell me what they do. Okay, check this out. Say, okay, there's a company I started and used to own, is now owned by Glenn Huff and his wife Jonica. It's called Ultimate Flags, right? So it's a company that I used to own. It's an e-commerce company. Now, say I want to do research on this company, but I don't even want to bother going there. So I can just say, okay, here's the prompt. Go to ultimateflags.com. Okay, I'm telling it to go there. It's going to go on the web out there to ultimateflags.com and summarize what they do, period. By looking at their page, try to predict what their most popular items are and who they're trying to sell to, period. What is their unique selling position? Question mark. Okay, again, I've never done this before. I'm just telling it what to go do, right? All right, so I hit go, and it says it's doing the research with Bing. And now it's visiting ultimateflags.com, which is the website I gave it, right? This is the company I used to be part of. They've gone on to be much better than what I was part of. And now it's giving me a summary of that company, a wide range of flags, Okay, The unique selling position seems to be offering a comprehensive collection of flags for various affiliations and interests, appealing to a diverse customer base with specific patriotic and historical inclinations, right? So I just got a summary of what they do and who they are. I didn't have to go there, right? I could say, okay. Now, say I wanted to approach these guys and have some business, do some business with them, right? I could send them an email or whatever, but I could say this. Write a short email to the owners of Ultimate Flags that includes a paragraph about how my software could help them make more money. Okay, so now you hear what I said? Oh, Ultron Flags. Anyway, let's see. I hope this email finds you well. Look, even though my voice dictation called it Ultron Flags, it knows that means Ultimate Flags because it's in context, right? I hope this email finds you well. By exploring your impressive collection of Ultimate Flags, we couldn't help but notice a diverse range of flags you offer. My company specializes, blah, 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 blah. And it goes into this whole thing, right? Okay. Write me a poem about Ultimate Flags based on "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." And now it's going to start writing me a poem. Oh, yeah, this is crazy. "'Twas the night at Ultimate Flags where our banners fly high with stars and stripes and emblems under the sky. Flags of all sorts from history and lore hung with great pride from ceiling to floor. Guys, is this not like amazing? It will write the whole, if I don't stop it, it will actually write the entire thing. It will give me a whole treatise on that thing, right? Top to bottom, just that way. Now, see, if I was trying to get them as a client, I would just mail that to them. Hey, I wrote you a poem. Now, already seen a bad version of this AI being used out there. Has anybody noticed that the quality of spam has gone way up recently? Like it's really talking to you, because I'm not the only one who realizes it can write a letter. A lot of people out there they'll take the data they have off the internet and then write you a letter that goes to your inbox, right? An email that goes to your inbox. That is really kind of well written, or much better written than most spam. You can still tell though, right? Because it's kind of weird, or their data is a little bit wrong. But yeah, the quality of cold email, bulk cold email, has gone way, way up. I've gotten, and the quality, the numbers of them have gone up, because what the AI can do can fake out the email spam filters and get that stuff delivered. It's insane right now. You get 10,000 people offering this right now. Anyhow, so there's that. Okay, other things. Is everybody getting this? Is this value? Give me some life, man. It's supposed to not be a total soliloquy. I can go on forever about this. I've got a whole list of things I can show off on it. Video research. I'll show that at the end, because that involves a different AI tool that I want to confuse everybody about. Policy writing, typo checking. Oh yeah, typo checking. I do that all the time. You'd think that English was my 15th language, and I don't have the 14 earlier ones either. The way I type, like I'm typing with my nose. I have so many typos. I'm just not a great typist, and never really have been, even though I took typing in high school. Well, let's just say there was a cute girl in the class. I didn't get anything done. So the thing is, I will take a letter that I've written, or an email that I've written, or a policy, or a brochure, or anything, and I will upload it into ChatGPT and say, hey, is this correct? Is everything here spelled right? The grammar all goodly? And it will do that. And if not, it'll suggest changes to it, which is kind of cool. I do that all the time. Recently we had a brochure. I don't think I have it here. Here. Create an overall design for a brochure for Ultimate Flags. Okay, so now I'm having it. Oops. I'm having it give me a little brochure idea of what, if I were going to make a brochure for Ultimate Flags, what it would look like, right? I can do a web page, all this. Some of these AIs actually make whole web pages for you in 30 seconds or less, that kind of thing. I could say, okay, show me that graphically as an image. So now I've told it to, okay, thanks for the words. What would that look like? Give me that as an image. Rough that thing out for me, right? Now, it only puts out a static image. It's not something I can pull right into an image processing program, but it's, oops, can't do that for something. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here's a little thing you do run into. ChatGPT is an AI mind, as it were. It do not, by the way, ever think that it thinks. It does not think. It's just math, okay, under the hood. And it will give you an answer, but sometimes that answer is not politically correct, whatever side you think is politically correct. And if you go to certain zones, it just won't do it. Ultimate Flag sells flags. I happen to know Ultimate Flag sells flags that are from the Civil War. And because it sells flags from the Civil War, I just asked it to create graphics regarding Ultimate Flags, and it won't do it. Huh? Because the humans have come along and given an arbitrary kind of engramic type of things where it just can't do that. It says, don't answer that question, right? We had a great bunch of fun recently asking it, what is a woman? Very hot button topic, right? And it has quite a fun set of answers. You have to tell it, give me the thing in one sentence. Otherwise it bloviates, it goes around the horn. Anyway, so just like all tools, and that actually kind of brings me up to a good reason why I'm doing all this, maybe even towards the end of this now, although I'm going to show you at least one or two more tricks. One reason that I want everybody I know to understand how these tools work is so that we can control them and know when they're being used on us to control us. The more you understand how this works, the more you'll be able to be cause over it. I firmly believe this technology could be used to remove the economic restraints from all of mankind. You can make work so easy and so smooth. And I mean, this is just the baby beginning. We're not even up to the AOL stage. If the internet and AI are kind of the same kind of things, well, we're up to the AOL stage or less of AI right now. Over the next 5 or 10 years, it's developing so fast. I remember last year at this time, I couldn't even spell AI, and now it's like a huge deal. So I think it's developing so fast, it's going to blow our minds. And the only winning way to go is to understand it, play with it, use it, be the tool user, not the one the tool is used on. Because if we use this right, it can make the world a lot better place. And if we let the wrong kind of guys control it and use it to control us, it could make, well, think about this way. What would Joseph Stalin have done with this technology? What would Hitler have done with this technology, right? So I want to be all downer, but there is a reason. There's more than a business reason for you to learn this. It's a personal freedom reason to learn this and to recognize when it's gone a little crazy, like it is right here. It won't. This website, it won't run. It won't work on certain things. We'll go and summarize it, but it won't make a picture of it. See, very funny, very interesting. Okay. How about one more trick? Unless someone's got a question, I'm going to show you one more trick and another AI system that is free, by the way. If you want a freebie, I'll show you a free one. Because Google, hey, Microsoft's got an AI. You know, Big G is coming with something. Google is coming up the hill. So let me switch over to this place here. Okay, great. So this is Google's thing called Bard AI, right? Bard.google.com. Just go to bard.google.com. I think you have to be logged into your Google account. And here it is, right? Okay, yeah, let me start a new chat here. I'm going to show you a trick that I learned. This is cool. Bard's only been around for literally 2 weeks. Okay, it's only been operational online for us public for about maybe 2 weeks, not even that long at this point. So it doesn't yet do images. It has a different set of skills than ChatGPT does, but it does not do images yet. It will probably, if you had to put money on it, this will probably far exceed GPT somewhere along the line, just the same way that MySpace eventually got its ass kicked by Facebook because, just because you're first doesn't mean you're best. And Google has a lot more information and a lot more computing power and a lot more engineers working for them to make their stuff good. But let's not worry about it. All right, so let's imagine this. Okay, so I started asking this question, and I'm going to finish asking the question. You ever Wow, that was weird. The moment I started talking about the dangers of AI, my internet crashed hard. Wow. Okay, so I'm not even sure it's back on there. I have to look down and see if it's still there. Maybe it is. Oh, maybe we're back. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, so well, see, this is why I'm doing this from home. I don't have all the normal infrastructure and backup stuff. So thank you for hanging with me if you did. I'm going to show one more thing before our AI overlords come and kick my door in or whatever. Let me just show you this last bit. I've got to share the screen again. Let me show you how to get Bard to do your homework for you. Okay, over here, Bard AI. So let me go to Google, and I searched this earlier, but I'll go and say, okay, so you want to learn how to do how to build a great website. Okay, how to build a great website. You search that on Google, and you look for a video. Okay, this video comes up, and say, let me find a long one. So because these are all short little tips, right? Let me find one that fits what I'm looking at. Okay, no. All right, say you don't. All right, so say you've got. I'll make something a little more complex, right? Okay, build a website with Python. Python's just a scripting language, right? It's just a software language. Say that you want to do this, but look, this sucker's 2 hours long. This video here is 2 hours long, man. Ain't no one got time for that. Even if you listen at like 150% speed, you don't get time for that. So wouldn't it be great if there was a way to just summarize the whole video? Oh, that's what Bard does. So I go here to Bard, and I can say summarize this video. And I paste in the link to it. I push the button. And what Bard does is it goes over. And it grabs, makes some cool noises. Oh, this guy's video here. Let me turn that off. Okay, so we can watch the video for 2 hours, or you just have Bard tell us what's in it. So it's going through the video right now, and now it's showing us right there how to do this, right? It summarized the 2-hour video and puts the video down at the bottom, but this is how to do this, how to do that, how to da. Video's long, 2.5 hours. Here's a comprehensive bunch of material, but here it is, right? So the idea being, if I want to go and put a whole list of videos in there and say, just summarize these for me, and then give me a list of steps on how to do it for myself, and break it down step by step by step, it could do that, right? You could literally say, go get 100 videos that you wanted to learn. Say everything say you wanted to know everything that Grant Cardone ever said about sales, or everything that Elon Musk ever said about going to Mars, or whatever. And you'll find a bunch of videos that list that. So you search Google and get the list of videos, and you put the list of videos into Bard and say, just summarize their points of view for me, right? And it will give you a summary. And then you can even keep asking it questions about it. Say, well, does he mention everywhere that he wants to build tunnels on Mars? Does Elon Musk want to build tunnels on Mars? Or is that just for Earth, right? And we'll answer these kind of questions. You can basically become a miniature expert on almost any subject in maybe an hour doing that, because after a very short while, you can even say, what would an expert need to know about this topic in order to be a good web developer, right? And it will give you a list of the topics you need to know. And then you say, good, give me a list of those topics. Good. Now expand each of these topics and teach each topic to me as we go along. You don't have to sit there and just read it and you're done. It is the most fascinating and amazing way to speed learn ever. Because you can ask it for exactly what you want, no fluff, no baloney, no long-winded stories, no context, no nothing, and just get the data step by step, step by step. And if you don't say, well, gee, that step seems kind of difficult, break it down for me another way, or I have this problem, tell me another way to do it. And if that solution exists anywhere on the internet, it'll just find it for you. It's really amazing. So anyway, that's something I want to show someone. So if you want to learn you want to learn Kung Fu, it won't teach you the moves. Yeah, here's the thing. This thing is still only on the screen right now for today. It's still stuck in its little screen. It will not be long before you're interacting with a 3D dimensional appliance of some sort that, You think Alexa was annoying. Wait till Alexa can follow you around the house. And Alexa will clean my room, that kind of stuff, right? It's going to get crazy. All right, look, this has gone long enough. I'm sorry for what technical issues there were earlier. I'm not even sure that some of you are still on here. I see there are still viewers, but a viewer. Hey, whoever you are, thanks for being here. Love you. And for those who are watching it later on, are probably like, what the hell happened? So the internet just crashed right when I was talking about how bad evil AI could get. But I hope you got something out of this. Please ask questions in the group. I made the little group, the Marketing Masters group, just because, marketing is something we all have to do. It's something, if you want to grow your business, you want to reach more people. If you do something that helps people, then you have to communicate to the people so you can help them. So that's what marketing is. So I'm here to help you out. I hope we can help each other out. I expect some of you guys need to start teaching me something, okay? So I don't know it all. I just know a whole lot about a small number of things, and I'm starting to try to stay ahead of this AI thing because I think it's the greatest set of tools. This is as big as the computer. This is as big as the internet. This is as big as major human inventions. And you want to stay on the top of this. And the best way to learn about it is to play with it. Go over to Bard and play for free. Go get yourself a $20 a month ChatGPT subscription. Just play with it. Use it. Actually, after a while, you'll find I keep ChatGPT open on my desktop all the time. There's not 10 times a day. I'll go like, oh yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's something wrong with that headline. I don't know if I like it. Here, chat, tell me what's wrong with this headline and give me 15 more variations. And it does it, right? Hey, chat, I got to write this letter. Give me a start on the rough. Here's what I want to say in the letter. Just make it pretty. And okay. I need a letter half that size. Okay, good. I need to fit on one sheet of paper. Okay, good. You can kind of start. After a while, it's a tool. And I've learned that when something, I told you, it's almost a bad habit I have now. I discovered this yesterday. As soon as I have to start thinking too much about something, I go, well, hold on. I could just have the robot do a lot of that thinking for me, and then I'll just sort it out at the end, the top level thinking. It's so much less stressful. So hopefully use it as a tool. Please, 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 please just go use it. Learn new stuff. There's a whole science called prompt engineering out there. If you want to get on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Oh, I didn't even show you that. Yeah, Twitter. You've heard, okay, Elon Musk has an AI. He started ChatGPT way back in the day. And now with Twitter, he's got his own AI called Grok, Grok, Grok. You have to be a Twitter Premium Plus user. It's like $20 a month to access Grok. And Grok is weird because whereas ChatGPT was trained on the internet and Bard was trained on the entire internet, Grok was trained only on Twitter. So all of it is a lot on Twitter, right? It's half the internet, right? But its entire mental base is Twitter. And it's funny. It's got a sense of humor. It's clever. It also can be very clever, and it's got very tongue-in-cheek, and it's got fun mode, and you turn fun mode off, but leave fun mode on. It's so much more. And like if I need to get work done, chat's good. If I need some unusual stuff, Bard is good for now. But I just want to hang out and goof off with something, Grok. Ask Grok to tell you a conspiracy theory, and then have him tell you why it's true, and then have him tell you why it's false. Anyway, so much fun over there. Just when you get into playing around with it at that point, now you're kind of there on the AI scale. All right, I'm gonna stop the stream now. Thank you guys for your time. Have a great weekend. I hope you found this of use, and give me a little post or something. If you got anything out of this, post something in the group just so I know it was alive. And yeah, all right, love you guys. Take care.